Hello and welcome to a presentation on virtual summer school. I'll ask that you mute your microphones during the meeting and that you reserve your questions for the chat at the end of the presentation. Our agenda this morning will cover a summer school overview, dates and times, expectations, and then I'll open for questions from students and parents. Virtual summer school this year is being offered in response to state and county guidelines related to our response to COVID-19. Students will complete all classes through online platforms. Despite the fact that Prince George's County is moving into phase 2, and the rest of the state is even further than that, we still recognize the need to not have students in the building in community spaces, and so all of the programs this summer will be virtual. Courses and instruction will be delivered through several different formats. Edgenuity Instructional Services, PGCPS Educational Online, which is EOP, and then PGCPS Distance Learning. Edgenuity Instructional Services will cover all of our original credit courses. So any student who is taking a class for the very first time will access Edgenuity. Our EOP program, credit recovery as it is often called, will take care of any students who are recovering credit or taking a class for the second or third time to improve their grade. We will also have teachers delivering instruction through Google Classroom because those classes are not offered through either of the other formats. And so these are the three formats that we will be delivering instruction this summer. Summer school will begin on July 1st and end on July 31st, and there are 3 sections for course offerings: 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., and 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Here are some of the expectations for students during, our virtual summer school program. Each virtual class is 2 hours in length, as you just saw, and will run Monday through Friday. All students are expected to attend class virtually for the entire time. So for example, a student who is scheduled in an 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. section would need to be logged on and working from 8:30 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday, from July 1st to July 31st. Number 2, students will be required to complete assignments outside of class time. So there will be additional assignments that will require students to work after that 2-hour period, whether it be during the weekday or on the weekend. Number 3, enrollment in the virtual summer school course requires a working electronic device and access to the internet. On the summer school site, there is information. There was information about Chromebook distribution, which occurred on Wednesday, and about internet access if it is needed by a particular student. If you have any questions about that, you can definitely email me. Students must maintain a notebook to house their notes and classwork assignments, and so it is imperative that students have a notebook to complete their summer work. Number 5, it's encouraged that you establish a daily routine. The classes are intense, especially for those of you that are taking more than one course, and so it's imperative that you set a schedule. A great schedule would be, if my classes are at 11 and 1:30, that I get up, I have breakfast, I go to class from 11 a.m. until I'm done with class, if you have an 11 a.m. class and a 1:30 class. I go to class between 11 a.m. and 3:30, maybe I have lunch at 1 between my 1 and 1:30 class, and then at 3:30 I take a break and then go back maybe from 5 to 7 to complete assignments, and then I may have time on the weekend as well where I complete assignments. Best practices would be to actually draw a calendar or print a calendar and go ahead and write down the dates ahead of time and times where you're going to be completing work so that it can get done. Number 6, identify a space at home, so whether it's the office or my designated space at the kitchen table, but some space where it's quiet, where you can work, and where you have good internet access. Number 7, regularly check Google Classroom or the platform the teacher is using. So if you are taking a course through Google Classroom, then you want to make sure that every day you are checking that class. Not only are you logged in, but that you're checking for updates on assignments. If you are taking an original credit course or you're taking a credit recovery course, that you're logging into Edgenuity to get that information, and that you're looking at your percentage complete and you're looking at your grade to stay on track. Number 8, please communicate with your teachers. If you do not have resources, students and parents and students, let them, or you can email me, let us know if you need help or assistance. Number 9, submit assignments on time. Please make sure that you're submitting assignments on time. And number 10, be a good citizen while you're on the internet. So be respectful in your classes, follow instructions, and make sure that you're doing all of the things that you're being asked to do to support delivery of instruction in a virtual setting. Attendance expectations. Students must attend every day. And so again, that's for that 2-hour session. So again, if your student is scheduled into an 11 o'clock class, from 11 to 1, they would be in their designated study area, participating in virtual class. Students must complete 100% of the program. In the Edgenuity platforms, you can actually see a student's percentage. And I've actually loaded the Edgenuity experience video on the same page as this. So those of you who are accessing those platforms, you can take a look at those videos to see what the interface will look like before you start on Monday. Students must earn at least a 60% to pass their courses. Here are some support guidelines. Students, please check your emails every day. Teachers may send updates on homework, projects, assignments. So you want to send you want to check your email, your PGCPS email every day. Email your teachers if you have questions about a particular class or classes, and you want to make sure that you're doing that immediately. Don't wait a day, several days, or a week, because you only have a few weeks that you're in class, and so it's imperative that things be done in a timely manner. If you don't receive an email from your summer school teacher by next Tuesday, please email me and or the summer school office to get that straight, because summer school teachers will be emailing students starting on Monday with information about how to access their classes. Parents, you should email teachers if your child is enrolled in a Google Classroom course, if you have questions or concerns. Parents, please check your students' percentage completion for Edgenuity courses. So students who are in original credit classes and students who are completing credit recovery. Again, if you take a look at that Edgenuity video, you'll be able to see what the grading system looks like. Parents, I would be checking that every day, because it's imperative not just to know your student's grade, but to also know the percentage of the class that they have completed, because it moves quickly and we don't want students to be overwhelmed and behind. At this time, I will take any questions. Since there are no questions, I thank you guys for joining me this morning. If any questions come up after we leave the presentation or after viewing the presentation again, please be sure to email me. Be aware that the email system will be down this weekend, so I will not be able to respond to you until Monday. Everyone have a great weekend and enjoy your summer school experience.